Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. So I'm here with Maria Villatoro. Now, if you're watching this interview anywhere else but inside of our private community, high ticket client attraction insider circle, then be sure to come join us. We definitely love to have you. The group was put together specifically for coaches, consultants, service providers who are serious about scaling to that six and that seven figure level, and who are interested in getting consistent high ticket clients to their businesses. So if that's you, then be sure to come check us out on Facebook and on LinkedIn in our private communities. Now, with that being said, hey, welcome, Marina. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Perfect, perfect. And I think this is our third time trying to get this right. So we've had to restart a couple of times. I think you said in our first previous ones, where are you located? What'd you say?
I live in Antigua, Guatemala.
Guatemala, Guatemala. And what is it? I think is it mountain time? What time zone are you guys on back there?
Um, I'm 2 hours behind Eastern. Since we don't have daylight savings time, it's different every time. So right now, I think it is Mountain.
Okay, okay, good. Yeah, I think mountain is it right now. Okay, so tell us, Marina, what do you do?
So I am a day trader and I am a day trading educator. I teach people how to day trade, mainly focusing on beginners for day trading.
Okay, you do day trading. Okay, yeah, with day trading, I haven't really, I've heard the term before, but I've never really kind of understood what it is. So can you explain what day trading is?
Sure. So day trading falls under the umbrella of financial markets. So I'm sure a lot of people have heard about investing or have invested in the stock markets or Forex or many other different markets. So day trading is when you focus only on the intraday. You literally are in and out of all of your positions during that day. And I'm actually a scalper. So I go even more laser focused, meaning that I'm in and out of my positions within 1 to 10 minutes altogether. And day traders, unlike investors, we do not care if the market is booming or if it's collapsing, because we trade going up, we trade going down. It won't matter. So it's pretty much all technicals that we focus on. And we don't ever really care about the overall picture because we're only focusing on what's happening in the moment, unlike investors that really care, if the company's going to prosper, because that's more of investing in the company. So that's really a huge difference with day trading versus investing.
hmm Interesting. Day trading sounds very interesting. So tell me, what got you into day trading?
So I've always had an interest in the financial markets and I've always dabbled in it. I've invested, but I really wanted to be, excuse me, a lot more proactive, like on a daily basis. And that's when you cross over into day trading. So 8 years ago is when I dove head on into day trading, but by meaning that I joined an academy. I really started to educate myself because day trading, you have to be educated. A lot of people just get in, lose money, say that it's risky, but it's like any other business, right? If there's going to be a lot of money to be made, you're not just going to go and do it, right? It's like a pilot. They're not just going to hop into a plane and head out. They're going to go through pilot school and really learn what to do. And so that's what I did 8 years ago. And then from that, for the past 6 years, I have been full-time and started training as well.
hmm Okay, good. Now you mentioned in terms of the day trading. So you said when it comes to trading, it's something like what do you call it? Like a scalper, you said?
Oh, right. So I am a scalper. That means that my profits are much smaller because they're really fast. My
Mhm.
trades usually last from 1 to 10 minutes. Means I get in and out within 10 minutes of a position. So scalping is a particular strategy, obviously. And we just go for much smaller profits, but that also means our risk is much smaller as well.
hmm Okay. So when I think of day trading, well, I guess the picture I have in my mind now is somebody sitting at the computer and just like there's all these numbers, screens, things ticking all around, and they're like clicking a whole bunch of buttons and stuff like that. How does it look? Is it something like you?
Well,
Yeah. How does it?
um, yeah, that's a really big misconception. And if you look at that, I personally start to stress out and get really overwhelmed. Very, very simple. I have one chart that I look at. There's barely any numbers. I actually don't even look at my numbers. because I just look at where I want my price to go, either to go up or down. It's not even the actual price. It's where I want the chart to continue.
Hmm.
So because I teach, well, sorry, I trade ES minis. We do not care so much about what the price is at all. It's literally all about points. So because I go in for 1 point with one contract, minimum, you could go in with 100 contracts, but 1 point is worth $50. Either if you're going to go up or go down. I have one chart. I never go in a lot of times. I'm very conservative, maybe 1, 2, at the most, maybe 3 trades. I say that good day traders are like big game hunters. I don't, I do not like hunters, but it's a very good analogy, because if you think of a hunter, they're not going to just go out and shoot every little tiny rat. They're going to go and look for the big prey. And a good trader sits patiently and waits for that 1 or 2 good trades, even if it's scalping, even if it's for smaller profits, because you could go in with a higher load. So it's actually very soothing, the way I do it, and I simplified it entirely. There's not many things going on. I have 2 indicators, so it's almost tranquil.
Hmm.
To an extent. It still has its adrenaline rushes, but it's way more tranquil than what you normally see with all those charts and all that craziness. Not for me.
Yeah. Now, what does it look like though? How often, like, is it something that, how much time does day trading take? Is it like kind of like a full-time um, job, or a full-time like business in a sense? How does that, what does that look like?
So I have a name that I give it. I call it deliberate trading, because especially for scalping, you have to be so in the moment. It's kind of like rock climbing, right? If you miss one tiny little thing, you could fall to your death. So with trading, it's the same thing, right? It's so in the moment. So your mind cannot do more than about an hour and a half. It's just not possible. After that, you start to really wane, and then it becomes too emotionally and mentally draining. So when people say they do it full time, chances are they're not doing it well. Chances are they're probably losing a lot, and they're sitting around to wish that they could get their money back. So really good, especially like day trading and scalpers, they're probably done within an hour and a half.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all they can handle.
Okay. And is that per an hour and a half per day?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, right? Because also the market that I do, it's open 6 days a week, 24 hours a day. So you could do evenings, you could do different hours.
Hmm.
So that will depend on the person as well. But usually hour and a half, most traders do like 3 or 4 days a week.
Hmm.
And that's okay.
Okay. Now, what's the benefit of getting into day trading? Is that getting it, I guess, getting it into day trading versus any other type of trading or investing? What would you say is the benefit?
So when you're day trading, you're in the moment right now. That's like a job. Investing is not a job. You might look at your positions once a month. I mean, sometimes I don't even look at my positions for 6 or 8 months. That's investing. So that's not, it's kind of like if you're a owner of a building and you have tenants, you wouldn't be checking on them every day, right? That would be annoying to the tenants. But if you would just maybe have like a manager come in, that's investing. But day trading, that's your job. Like you are there to see what you could do, how much money you could earn that day, and then you close your charts and you're off, right?
Hmm.
Granted that you have a strategy and you're winning, otherwise you're going to go into like the whole emotional wreck. Um, so people who get into day trading, it's a great side hustle. It's a great way to earn extra money on the side. Some people definitely do it like a full-time thing, although like I said before, it's really complicated. Your mind has to be really strong, and not many people can handle that, nor I don't see why they would. Um, so it's a great side hustle. It's great for travelers. It's great for retired people, which is awesome. They have a little bit of money. They have the time to do it. So that's why a lot of people get into it once they understand what it is and see if it's
Hmm.
for them in the first place, right? I mean, it's like everything. Is it for me? Not sure, kind of
Hmm.
deal, right?
Okay, perfect. So you're ultimately saying that it's just like something you could start off doing it on the side.
Oh, totally. I would say 80% of the people, After they've learned their strategy, it's a side thing because you're done after an hour and a half. That means you got the whole day, right? You could hang with your family, you could start another business, you could do whatever. So yeah, I would definitely say the majority of people do it as a side thing.
Okay. And you said you've been doing it for like 8 years and stuff, right?
Yes,
So
the actual trading, yes.
yeah, so I guess you probably figured out a lot of stuff as far as mistakes so forth and all these different things. Because that's one thing I'm always seeing as well too. Because what I do is I work with coaches, consultants, service providers, help them get consistent clients within the business. And I've been doing it since 2013, and I've made a lot of mistakes on my own journey trying to figure this thing out. And now I kind of now go back and teach as far as show, hey, here's exactly all the mistakes to avoid, and I kind of have like a step-by-step process to take someone from not having any clients, not really business isn't working, and then getting consistent clients to their businesses. So with you, do you have like how is your stuff structured? Do you have like a kind of like a step-by-step process that you could take someone through to help them with day trading?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because if you think went through trial and errors, day traders, we that's how we start. It's all trial and errors. But for us, the problem is you lose money because it's breaking accounts, losing accounts simply because of those errors. And that's actually the reason why I created my course,
Mm-hmm.
because it breaks my heart to see so many people lose so much money and go through all these errors that I've been to, which are 90% avoidable. So yes, my course, and I actually work one-on-one with quite a few students as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's to make sure that they avoid the mistakes that I was making. A lot of those mistakes in trading, it's very mental. It's an insanely mental, challenging profession, right? Because your entire life is put right there. I actually compare day trading to trauma surgeons. Your decisions have to be so split second, and you could lose an account or you could earn money, just like a trauma surgeon could, save a life, or it could actually wreck a life. I mean, it's not that dramatic because you're coming out completely healthy, although mentally not so much. So a lot of that is just a lot of mistakes that you're making, not trusting, lack of discipline, lack of strategy. And that's exactly what I teach. So I take the person from knowing somebody actually like you who might have an interest but knows nothing. By the time you are done with me, you will be a complete trader and completely know everything you have to know, and also be completely aware of all the errors. And actually, most importantly, is the preparation, the mental preparation, because it's like 90% mental, 10% skill. I always say that I could teach anyone to day trade. What you do with that knowledge, that's a mental thing, right? And when your money is on the line, it could be really stressful. However, if you have really strong foundation and pillars in place,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I always say, the most successful people in the world aren't born successful. They are born because they are successful because of their routines and their structures and their patterns or preparations. And it's the same for day trading, right? If you have those in place, you will be able to make it. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Love it. So something I do in my business as well too, because I realize that with everything, there's always some type of a little trick, some type of secret, some type of counterintuitive thing to help someone. For example, in my business, with helping coaches, consultants, what we do is because I realized just looking around the marketplace, I realized that so many coaches, consultants, service providers are trying to get clients, trying to really grow their business, but they have no way to get clients to come to them. They're having all these just random conversations with a whole bunch of random people, hoping that they will sign up. But at the end, it typically is just this dead end thing, and they typically don't get the sale, and they're just like frustrated. They're like beating themselves up because you just feel like, well, maybe I'm not cut out for this thing. So one of the things we did, we kind of created a technique which I call sick funnels. And what sick funnels does, it takes someone from a stranger to a paying client within 48 hours or less with that coach or consultant. And that's one of the like little tricks I've kind of figured out to help a lot of individuals get more paying clients. What about you with day trading? Do you have any type of secrets that you could kind of share as far as if someone is just getting started, or maybe they've been struggling and they're trying to figure out, okay, what do I do? Do you have any secrets that you could kind of share with me?
Well, the biggest secret really is the market actually has a language that speaks to us. And I cannot even tell you the amount of people that trade that don't even know that language. So it's crucial to understand. And if I bring up the words, people might not understand, but just like even understanding what support, resistance areas, divergences, reversal patterns, if you don't understand those words or what that means. So the secret for trading is actually very logical, even though you're like, oh my God, of course that makes sense. How could you not know that? But 90% of the people are just hopping into the market. The secret is please learn. Please do not go and take trades in a live market when you do not know if it's going to work out or not. I know it sounds like a really weird secret, very logical, but I call it donating money to the market, because people are just giving their money to the market without ever back testing. So my biggest secret, besides knowing the language, is back test. Back test, it's my religion. That's all I say to my clients or my students every day. Back test. Once you back tested, you'll know. I give the example of the medical research world, right? I don't know if you've ever had a laparoscopy, but I've had quite a lot of operations, and I've had 3 laparoscopies. And I'm like, one day a medical researcher or a medical doctor did not say, hey, I think I want to try a laparoscopy and go and immediately operate on a live human. They did back testing. They tried it out before they took it live. Trading is the same. Please back test your trades. That's the secret. For 2 months, and then take it live. Take it to the live patient. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest secret. I know it's very logical, but I'd say almost no one does it.
That is so powerful as well too, because I know that's something I notice as well. It's so interesting when someone just gets started with whether it's from in my case, coaches, consultants just getting started. I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I get clients? How do I grow my business? And I know one of the biggest mistakes they make is going straight into maybe Facebook ads or something and put on the credit card, racking this 10, 20, sometimes $30,000 credit card bill, trying to get clients, and then they end up at the end, no clients and this huge amount of debt.
Yes, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, so something I've done, I've kind of put together free trainings for any coach or consultant who's trying to figure this out to help them get to the next level, just so they can avoid these mistakes right up front. Now, do you have any type of free trainings? Do you have any type of resources you kind of give out to someone?
Yes, actually I do. Yes, I do. You could get it right off of my website, thetraderchick.com. It says free updates. So I actually have a free mini course that literally takes somebody who is interested in trading to fully understand everything about the trading world and understand platforms and a lot of what I talked about. It's a free training, completely free. Simplifyingdaytrading.com actually is where you could get the free course. So yes, absolutely. Because my goal is to make sure that people just understand, and it is accessible. It is not complicated. And that's what I really like to help people with. So yes, I definitely do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because again, I don't know too much about day trading. Again, this conversation we're having here today, that's the most knowledge I've gotten from day trading. And again, it seems like you've done it for a while. You've kind of done the research. You've seen what works, what doesn't. You've seen the mistakes that are made, and you've kind of you got some. You know a lot more than me, to say the least. So I guess the final question becomes. What is that vision that you have for your students, the people you help with day trading? Do you have any type of vision that you hold for them as far as how you'd like to see them successful?
Yeah, honestly, it's totally possible. Like it's 100% possible, but you have to put in the time. You have to put in the work. It's like learning a musical instrument. You're not going to just sit down and become a Liberace. It's going to take time. You have to practice. So for me, it's about, like I keep on saying, is don't go live. Don't start to use your real money until you really are comfortable and you have your good habits in place. When you're live in the market, bad habits are the first thing that starts to happen. So that's always my biggest goal. And don't go in too many positions. Start small, start tiny. It's not about making gazillions of dollars in the beginning. It's about building your confidence. Because when you're going in big, it doesn't matter. You're just going to lose big. And that just destroys everything. And people overlook the fact that if you just start to make $50 a day, that is not about the money. It's about the building of your confidence. And once you build that confidence, and that's exactly what I focus on, is building your confidence, then the sky's the limit, because you know what you're doing is the right thing. And you'll be able to do it no matter what your amount of money is that you're using.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my biggest thing that I tell my clients, my students actually.
Yeah, I love it, love it. Well, Marina, hey, appreciate you sharing this wisdom with us here today. I really appreciate it. Goodness. Wow. Um, so I guess the final thing I have is, if someone wants to find out more about you, I know you mentioned your website and free resources. Is there anything else you'd like to share with them as far as how to, the best way to get in touch with you?
No, just my site is everything. Thetraderchick.com, and you'll be able to find all my freebies and everything there. It's definitely the best way to find me and communicate with me through there. So yeah, thetraderchick.com. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me as well.
Awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So guys, so everyone listening in right now, if you're still with us, all the stuff Marina shared with us there, the links will be right below this video. So if you're interested in find out more about what she's up to and what she's got going on, just scroll down right below this video, click on the links, and check her out. Okay. Awesome, Marina. Well, hey, thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. You're welcome, and we'll be in touch. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.